Hello and welcome to another Wraggys Beers, Wines and Spirits review. Today, one from the top of Nottinghamshire. This is from Welbeck Abbey Brewery. I actually met the head brewer there the other week at the Winchester pub in Sherwood, Nottingham. Not far from me, literally around the corner, about 600 yards away from the house. This is one of the new core range of beers. They refresh their range. And they've come out with new core beers. So they've basically, in essence, ditched the old beers and come out with a new refreshing range. The very good thing is that literally yesterday, as I'm doing this review today on the, I ain't got a clue what date is it, the 28th? 27th of May 2022. But yeah, but literally yesterday they won SEBA Awards, Society of Independent Brewers Association, I think that's what it is, for the beers. So that's brilliant. It's justification that they did well, justification that the beers are good. I mean, these are now bottled in the brewery. They used to send them away, as far as I know. They've got their own bottling machine now, similar to what Lincoln Green are going to be doing, brewing company, at some stage. So it's a good thing because you don't have to send away, and there's not so much money in bottling. I can't think of the word that I need to use. The logistics, that's one of the words I was thinking of. The logistics of bottling is that you brew the beer, you send it away, then it's bottled, it then comes back. So the eco side of it is destroyed because you're having to petrol there to get it away, petrol to come back, bottling, and then you're stuck with a lot of beers that you need to sell before they go out of date. Now it's a lot more, a lot better. So I've actually had this on draft, on cask rather, at the Winchester Sherwood. So HennyMoor Golden Ale with classically elegant English hops, 3.7%. Thank gosh, because I've just done an 11-hour shift at work and I've got to finish off the floor in the dining room. So I come on for an hour. Oh, little bit lively. I probably wanted to be in the fridge really than on the beer wall. So that's me, not the beer. Bottle conditioned, you've always got there may well be a bit of sediment at the bottom. I don't care about that, but some people might. And there we go. Looks good in front, doesn't it? So, as I remember in the pub, there was a slight haze to it in the pub. And there we are again. It's golden amber in colour in this light. Again, the light plays a factor. White head, as you can see. I thought it's got a whiff of floral then for a second. Right, let the air get to it first. Right, cheers all. I need a beer. I so need a beer. 8 hours at work, 3 hours next door, and an hour in my own dining room. I so need a beer. Quite bitey at the front. Obviously, with all beer reviews, you get what you get. There are no, it doesn't tell you anything about the beer on this. If you go to certain places, if you go to the brewery itself, they'll have a little thing, and it will tell you information about all the beers. They also do brewery tours. So if you live locally or near local, it's a very interesting thing to go listen to how it's brewed, processes and all that. Every brewery tour is different because they all do it in a different way. And it's a nice area of the country to go to as well. Top of Nottinghamshire. I live basically at the bottom of Nottinghamshire, so about an hour's trek for me. Did get a bit of floral. Definitely got some a bit of a twang to it. And it's certainly hitting the spot. Temperature probably could have done with being a bit cooler in the beer room. Obviously, in a pub, you'll be drinking it at cask temperature. So maybe putting it in the fridge, I wouldn't have got the froth element. So don't worry about the froth element. Golden ales, I would say, should go in the fridge and be poured from the fridge. Or at least in the fridge and took out 20 minutes beforehand. Yeah, not in a warm beer room. So these are things to take into consideration with all beers. This isn't really the optimal space. It is at a certain time of the year, it's perfect. And then other times of the year, when it's a bit warmer, it's not. For Imperial Stouts, it's perfect because I like them warm anyway. It's just hitting home after a long day. And it was good. It was good for the company, the brewery, to get awards for their beer. And I think that's the second or even third lot of awards just recently. So proper justification that they made the right decision. For me, I spoke to Ant from Adventure Beer, who stocks their beers. The bigger the range, the more people, for me, the bigger the range, the more people will buy and keep trying. And if that range is refreshed, obviously you've always going to have your core beers. Core beers are what sell. But, seasonal beers, one-offs, all very interesting. Especially for a beer review, obviously. I've never actually been to Welbeck Abbey, to be fair. I've seen a picture of it earlier. Why did I see a picture of it earlier? I must have Googled Welbeck Abbey for something. And a lovely picture of it. And was it? It might have been on Twitter, to be fair. Yeah. I think it showed it on Twitter when the awards were being handed. And it's interesting for me that the person handing the Welbeck Abbey the award was Mr. Lincoln Green Brewing Company, and two breweries that are both going down that similar path of bottling their own. Lincoln Green are yet to do it, as far as I know, at least. But that ability to have lots of different beers bottled, I can't wait. Literally can't wait. I cannot always get to a pub on so many beers. And if I'm being honest, I like to do a beer review in the beer room. Whether I get all the tastes, hand on heart, no. Get what I get. Obviously, temperature. There's so many variables with beer reviews. And the temperature it's at, I'll get what I get. On cask, it's something else. Trust me. Beers on cask are very different to beers in bottle. I've had this on cask. It's an absolute stunner. So I've had it at the Winchester in Sherwood. Cracking little pub. If anybody's ever near Sherwood, you walk up the steps to it. The outdoor seating is just like what you'd want in your own house, and it's pretty much what I've got in my garden, although not as posh. A little bit posh than what I've got, and a bit newer. But I've got the rattan sets and all that, and I ain't got a container that's 20 foot up in the air though. No, I ain't got that. But they have got all the Welbeck Abbey beers on the bar, and I like that. It's interesting. It'd be interesting to see if they have like the seasonal offerings as well and flip it now and again, just for that bit of curiosity. As you know, beer drinkers like variation. We don't always like the same 2 or 3 beers. Most don't, anyway. Some do. Some are creatures of habit. Like I say, now, multi flavours. There's a flavour I'm getting. I'm not sure what I'm getting. It'll come to me in a minute. It'll come. I'm sure. Well, I hope. Although it can't take too long, so I've got to finish off the floor. And that's after 11 hours at work. I do get citrusy with this. I get a bit of orange and a bit of marmalade. Not sure if I'm supposed to be getting that. Obviously, temperature varies things, you know. A beer on cask, like I said, is different to bottle. A beer chilled is different to a beer warm. These variations. So you may watch this and then go to the pub yourself and think, what was he talking about? I'm not getting none of that. Just the temperature difference. Oh. So may well get a bit of sediment if it is bottle conditioned. No, not really. Slightly more hazy there, but tasting good. Say that's only 3.7%. Wow, it's hitting home beautifully. Oh, I don't want to go back now. I don't want to do the floor. I can't drink anything too strong because I'll forget what I'm doing and make a mess, and I'll get told off by the wife. One does not want to get told off. No, it's not good. So, tasting absolutely divine. I could just sit here all night drinking this. Really good. Something not too strong. It's got some twang to it, bit of taste to it, and just fall asleep. I was mowing and I was wanting to fall asleep as I'm mowing. I'm pushing a mower and wanting to fall asleep. Oh, dear. So, in any case, yeah, slightly more hazy now. Bit of, obviously, bottle conditioned. Always a thing to remember, a bottle conditioned bit. And don't shake them up beforehand. I did. That's why it was a bit frothy. I was nosing around at the see if there's any about the beer itself. But HennyMoor, another of the Welbeck Abbey beers, and yeah, tasting very nice. And I may not get all the flavours I should be getting. There's an aroma there. I know what it is. I can smell it, but I can't tell you what it is. And we was just on about this on the beer review, live beer review last night. But sometimes you know it's there, and I've had this many times. And then later I look back and think, and someone will say in the comments, that's what you're supposed to be getting. And I'm like, oh, for crying out loud. That was what I was getting, but I just couldn't think of it at the time. Like I said, I did get orange and marmalade at one stage. Right, better not stay down to shed too long because one's got a crack on. I'll end up falling asleep if I just stay down here any longer. That was delicious. Award-winning beers from Welbeck Abbey Brewery. As you can see, there's the colour. Hopefully it shows up, as the colour I can see. But yeah, very nice, great addition to the range. A good 4.2 out of 5 for me. And yeah. Oh, very redrinkable. And that's it for this beer review. Thank you for watching. See you soon.